Sure. First of all, well, welcome back. It's good to be back in NWSL regular season play. Just wanted to get your assessment of the match overall. You start, you get the goal, and then of course give it up in extra time, which is unfortunate. But your overall thoughts on the match being back and having some new players on the pitch.
Yeah, big positives is that we worked very hard as a group and as a team today. I don't know if I've ever had a game in Houston where you don't suffer. Um, we had players with all sorts of minute limitations, and coming away from home into the heat under those conditions was always going to be tough. I think for us to be tight and in a block where we can be together and limit Houston to shots from long range and keeping the ball in front of us, I think helped us keep energy. I think the positives. The first half we should have created a few more chances or taken them early, and the second half we needed, of course, to take care of the ball a bit better because we suffered a lot in the second half in a defensive block. Proud of the hard work and the commitment. We got ourselves into a good position in a really tough game. Credit to Houston coming back, and in the end, they put one or two balls that were very dangerous. Aubrey absolutely saved us, and then they got one in the end. So proud of the hard work and the commitment, the discipline that we needed. Tough conditions, and it was really great to see obviously a few debuts and seeing people back on the pitch for us, which is huge. This period's hard. This period is difficult, and being away from home during this first game, trying to integrate people is harder. So point on the road, well-earned point is important. Of course, doesn't feel as nice because we had a winning position, but this is the NWSL. So unbelievably tough league, and yeah, we got a point in a tough stadium, and now we get ready for a big one at home.
Appreciate that. And I wanted to focus on the goal, spotlight that, because I think a couple things were important. Of course, Sar and her connection with Sanchez already, and just the way that she looked was quite impressive already, integrated into the team. But then also Sanchez scoring. We know it was a difficult World Cup, and we're all Spirit people are very frustrated about how that went down. So just how good was it for her to be able to step on the pitch and get a goal a minute later?
Yeah, well, with Sanchez, within 40 seconds, revenge mode was activated, and I think we're going to see that until the end of the season. Didn't take her long to activate, and yeah, it's great to have her back on the pitch. Very important. I really feel for Anna and Ule. This is the hardest place that I've in 10, 11 years now that I have to come to, and I don't have to run to welcome two European players into the Houston Heat. We tried to tell them, we tried to warn them. I don't know. I don't think they realised what hit them after just 10 minutes. Ule, look, I think you could talk about connection with individual. Ule's just a very intelligent player, very, very good. I can't wait for her to build her minutes. I can't wait for her to get more comfortable. This is a top player, and same with Anna. Anna is a top player. We've happy to have them here, and now the chance to build them in training sessions and build them in game minutes. Aubrey, having her back in, of course, absolutely huge. Tough for goalkeepers away that are not playing. You don't get to train much, and seeing live balls. The one thing that was going to be tough for any goalkeeper who hadn't played for 4, 5, 6 weeks was when balls were being crossed in and we had to face so many corners and crosses. She did big time. So happy, of course, with the individuals, and then we had some important performances in the first half as well. I thought our defending in wide areas was much better than it had been. I thought Lena and Cam did a great job. And the midfield had a big job there tonight in the way we were defending. They had to cover a lot of space in the heat, and they did it with discipline.
Appreciate it. I'll step aside. I see Jose's got his hand up.
Thank you. Jose, go ahead.
Hey, sorry about that. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Just wanted to know your thoughts on how you felt defense handled Houston's front three up until those final moments to the tying goal. Felt like they handled it well for the first 80, but wanted to get your thoughts on how you felt the defense handled those front three attackers.
Yeah, the difference in the last 10, we just were failing to be able to get any pressure on the centre backs. So then the next pass, that person always had too much time. That was tough, but I've been here before. I felt I knew that was going to happen. We tried to prepare for that and make sure that we keep pushing these players to be able to get pressure. When centre back has too much time, people are getting higher on the pitch and they're overloading multiple areas. But also, you got to say the cross and the finish was exquisite. So it was going to take something really special, because I thought we defended unbelievably well. I think it was 75th minute, and I thought, wow, Aubrey in the back line are just so special tonight, big time. And it was quality. The cross and the finish was absolutely top, and it was going to take something top to break us down. And yeah, credit to Houston. That was the one moment, and maybe a big save from Aubrey, that I felt like that they created, and yeah, they'll be happy with that finish.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Any more questions from this group? All right. Thank you all.
Regular season save and played her 10,000th career regular season minute.
It's a lot of milestones in one match.
I was busy in the first half.
They on broadcast they mentioned the 400 saves thing, so I knew that one, but the other two, okay, nice.
Oh, we've got them all. And Tori Huster played her 13,000th career regular season.
Damn, that's awesome.
Those are Sam's numbers.
Is it 13,000?
Yes, 13,000 regular season minutes for Tori.
Minutes, got it. Sam, is Sanchez 41 seconds the fastest Spirit goal, or no?
I just saw Opta said that 40 seconds is the fourth fastest goal by a substitute in NWSL history. So, don't know about the Spirit specific.
Thank you, Andre.
Yep.
Kick us off.
Aubrey, thanks for joining us. First game back, how did it feel to be back on the field? And was it a case of wanting to get it out of the way after the World Cup, or what were your thoughts on getting this start?
Definitely not getting it out of the way. I was really excited to be back. Of course, I love the spirit. I love my teammates in this club. It's a great environment for me personally, and just to continue our journey to hopefully winning an NWSL championship this year. Of course, I wasn't planning to be back this soon, but once we ended things at the World Cup, it was like, yeah, how can I get back and help my team win? So it's hot. I'm not used to the heat after being in the winter, so that was an adjustment. And you could see both teams. It was a bit of a struggle out there, but it's exciting. We've got some new players. We got both of our French players in today, so getting to know them, getting everyone reintegrated just to our tactics and how the team has evolved while we've been away. It was just kind of a busy week trying to be caught up to speed. I missed playing, so it was really exciting to get out there with the girls tonight.
Yeah, Mark had mentioned prior to your return, prior to many of you guys' return, that he wanted to give you guys the week off, then evaluate before bringing you guys in with the group. How was that process, and how's the feeling out process with your new teammates?
Yeah, credit to the Spirit. They were very transparent as soon as we lost in Australia. Don Scott had reached out and had said, hey, we want you back by this date. Keep us posted by your plans. So it was nice to know that the team supported us in our needs to recharge, and just kind of be rejuvenated after a really busy summer and honestly a heartbreaking exit. So for me personally, I spent a couple days in New Zealand with my family, which was really nice to kind of get off the grid and experience the country. But then after that, I was like, all right, let's get back to work. So got back, and being a goalkeeper, it's not as physically demanding to go the 90 minutes. So they gave me the go ahead to start today. But as you saw Sanchez in there, she came in, I think maybe the last 30. It's great to see her score in the first minute. That was pretty cool. I'm sure we'll see Andy and Trent back soon. But the club just kind of worked with us individually where we were at, and just met our needs based on how the World Cup went for us and our physical loadings and things like that.
And just one more for me. You mentioned the heat. How did you see you in the back line handling Houston for the first 80 there? Felt like you guys did a good job at battling that heat, but then after that water break, Houston came knocking right away to attack.
Yeah, we kind of ran out of steam. They brought on Dana Ordonez, who did well, and said double nines up top. And we're getting some good services in. It's unfortunate to concede that late. I just think, we ran out of energy, and we just couldn't get out of our own box. So they punished us for it. But it's a point on a tough night on the road. And again, we're just kind of getting some players reintegrated. So I'm really looking forward to what we can do when we've got everyone back and a full squad available.
Thank you, Aubrey.
Yeah.
Andre, go ahead.
Hey, thanks for speaking with us and welcome back.
Thanks, Andre.
Wanted to talk a little bit about Ashley Sanchez's goal. We know it was a frustrating World Cup, so just the emotions of her scoring so soon. It's like she steps on the pitch and, hey, proof of concept. She does.
I know, right? Super excited for her. Everyone who's a Spirit fan knows Ashley Sanchez's skill and talent. So I know she was definitely hungry to get back and play, just like I was. And it's great to see her contribute and score goals. We know that she's capable of doing that So looking forward to how she finishes this year. She's a big game changer for us, and yeah, she'll keep scoring important goals for us, and yeah, hopefully she'll be a force in this league.
All right, Maggie, go ahead.
Stones
Oh,
that you hit.
sorry. Oh, Andre, you still there?
Oh yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, well, another?
Oh, we got one more from Andre?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep, we got you. We got you.
Okay. Yeah. Just wanted to talk about Sam gave us a lot of milestones that you hit in this in this game. One on broadcast they mentioned was 400 saves. Can you just like how you put into context achieving a number kind of like that in this league? You know, we know the start of your career and then of course coming and settling, and now you're like been one of the best keepers in the NWSL for a while now, and hitting a milestone like that, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, thank you. I always joke that like, the most saves in the season I mean, it's a good stat, but like that's not really what you want to win because that means maybe you have a leaky defense. So some of the early days, you were there in 2018 where like I was coming up with like, 8 saves a game. That was like the average. Mark Parsons promised me that I'd be a little less busy this year. So we've definitely made some improvements on defense. And it's been nice to not have to work so hard. But I'm grateful to still be here with the Spirit. I'm grateful how far this club has come, especially with Michelle Kang taking over and her level of investment, not just for us, but for raising the global game. So to still be here, to be a part of that, I have the best job in the world. And yeah, I hope for many more saves, but most importantly, many more wins and hopefully shutouts soon.
Love that perspective. We'll keep the 500 mark a ways in the distance.
Yeah. Let's hit like 100 shutouts before 500 saves.
Love that.
Yeah.
If you have time for one more, I have one more
Sure.
question. It's just a recovery question because
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in the unplanned nap period of returning
Oh.
from New Zealand. So how did you cope with like the time change? Like how did they help you get through that and get rid of the jet lag so you could perform?
Well, I definitely woke up for a lot of the games just because, I mean, how can you not? The World Cup's exciting. It only comes around every 4 years. So I was kind of waking up early anyways because of the jet lag. So it's like, well, if I'm up, I might as well watch this, 6:30 kickoff. But I've just been kind of going to bed early just because I've been pretty tired. And then waking up for the games and like going back to bed. But naps, there's your recovery tip. But yeah, it's worth it, and you only got one more night. So I know a lot of us are gonna get up and watch it because we're off tomorrow, just traveling back. So it'll be exciting to see Spain versus England. Yeah.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Congrats on the milestones and welcome back.
Thank you, Andre. See you soon.
Thank you, everybody online. We'll be back in a minute with Ashley Sanchez.
my god. Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever.
Jose, go ahead.
You ready, Ash? You want a second?
Okay.
First off, welcome back. First question, obviously, can you describe what happened with the goal and the pass that set up everything to get you that one timer, and how did it feel to get it so fast coming into the match?
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to play Ule through, and then it kind of bounced around, and I just had a feeling she was going to backheel it because I've seen her do it a couple times. So I just was just trying to open up space, and then when she hit it, I was just like, get it on frame, and I kind of saw Jane cheating because I think she thought I was going to go low. So then I just hit it up.
How does it feel to be back on the team, and what was the process like prior to today since coming back from the World Cup, from taking a break to finally getting back on the pitch, and how do you feel being back?
Yeah, honestly, I was just kind of ready to get back into the swing of things and get back with my team. So, yeah, I came straight here. I took like a couple days off, but I think on that Saturday I already was watching their inner squad. So I didn't get that much of a break, but I was just really ready to get back. And yeah.
And one more question, if you don't mind. Guys got the draw, even though you guys had that lead there, but how important was it to get the point with just 6 matches remaining in the season?
Yeah, I think any points are good points, and obviously it could come down to 1 point at the end when there's no games left and we're trying to get into playoffs. So I think every point is important, and obviously the conditions today was so hot, and they're used to it. So I think just to be able to fight until the very end and get that point was really good.
Thanks, Ashley. I'll step aside for a sec.
All right, and Andre, wrap us up.
Got 2 questions, and first, welcome back. One, just wanted to get your impressions of Sar. I think this is our first time seeing her play. I'm sure seen her in training and all of that business, but it was great to see, for us to be able to see her and what she brings to the team. So what have you seen so far with her, and of course in training, but also today on the pitch?
Yeah, I think she's just really crafty and creative. It was funny. Right when I got back, Maddie Ella was telling me that she set her up for she just passed to her first training back in with the team, and Ule had this outside of the foot curler to Hatch, and Hatch scored in an inter squad, and they were like, no, this girl, she does some crazy stuff. So I was kind of, I'm just really excited for her to be on our team.
Yeah, I talked to Mark after this game, and was like, I'm really excited to see how connections develop, because it looks like that's already happening. On a personal level, and I won't go too deep into this because we all know and have all been frustrated by it, certainly Spirit people, but given how the World Cup went, it sounded like you were very eager to just get back to the Spirit. So what did it mean for you personally to step on the pitch and basically score 40 seconds later?
Yeah, I think so many ways to go about this question. I think I was just honestly ready to get back and just be on the field again and do what I love, and it had been a long time. So I was just ready to get in there and just change the game as best I can and create as many opportunities in those 30 minutes. And yeah, it was kind of a perfect start.
Appreciate it. And good to see you back, and welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ashley. We will see you next week.
Thanks. Safe trip home.
Good night, guys.